Everybody, what's up and welcome back to the garden. Today we're going to be taking another look around for another garden tour, cut flower garden update. Really taking a look at things. Oh man, things have just totally started to burst into life here. I can't even tell you. Our weather, as I've mentioned a couple times before, has been pretty warm. I wouldn't say unseasonably warm, but it got up to 83 degrees Fahrenheit today, and I mean, that's pretty nice for April, even here. So, of course, a lot of the spring flowering bulbs are jumping to life now. More specifically, the tulips. A lot of the tulips have started the process of blooming, and they're absolutely gorgeous. We have, I think this year, the varieties I have are the cream upstar is blooming, also one called foxtrot and one also called foxy foxtrot is blooming, and they're all double early varieties of tulips, and they look absolutely stunning. I can't say enough good things about how nicely they look, and you can tell I planted them very close. I know a lot of you guys ask about my tulip planting spacing, about why it's so close. It's just, easier to get more flowers, and these are going to look absolutely beautiful in a vase, and I can't wait. These are so nice. Also taking a look around other things that are growing. Going into the hoop house, the ranunculus are finally starting to come into bloom. As you guys remember, I bought the white and the pink ranunculus last fall to start. I put them all in seed trays. The white ranunculus tray, every single corm started to grow, but the pink ranunculus tray, I had like 2 plants and that was it. I don't know. They were both treated to the same conditions. The only explanation that I have is that the pink ranunculus corms weren't any good because I only have a couple pink ranunculus plants. Either way, the white ones are starting to come into bloom now. They look pretty rough. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. They look pretty rough because we do have a problem with aphids in the hoop house right now. I got to do something about the aphids. They're, eating the petals on the white ranunculus, and it's not looking too good. The couple pink flowers I have, they still look fun, but it just seems like they're attracted to this bright white color, which I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that. Also in the hoop house, the Icelandic poppies have started to bloom, and they are just majestic and amazing and gorgeous. I know there's always a lot of hype online about Icelandic poppies, and I was just like, oh, everybody acts like an elitist because look at my Icelandic poppies, I'm better than you and all that, but man, these things, they're gorgeous. Some of these blooms are so just huge, and they're tall, and they have the dreamiest shades of like peaches and corals and yellows. They are so gorgeous. Man, I can't, I'm always going to grow these. These are beautiful. I just can't say enough. Before I make these garden updates, I realized all I basically say is, wow, these are beautiful. Wow, I'm excited. But it's true. This is the first time I've had a successful bloom on Icelandic poppies, and I'm just so pleased, and I can't wait to grow more. That's kind of part of my gardening experiences. I try one thing, I really love it, and then I go way overboard and I plant tons of it. I'm just really excited. I can't wait. Other things in the hoop house are starting to get a little bit taller. The scented stalks are starting to bud up a little bit. Again, aphids on the scented stalks. The scented stalks have had a lot of pressure from weeds in the hoop house. This bitter crust, they've had a whole lot of weed pressure, and now there's aphids on them. Again, I'm going to take care of the aphids somehow. I don't know what I'm going to do. Any suggestion you have for aphids down in the comments below, I'd love to hear about it. I'm always looking to learn from you guys. But I'm going to go through here probably sometime this week and weed a little bit and try to get some of this weed pressure off of these stalks. I think the weeds are just a little bit more apparent in the stalks because stalk plants don't really get that tall to begin with. So snapdragons have also started to elongate it, as well as the Canterbury bells. Things like the agrostemma has flower buds. It's not in bloom yet, but it is starting to bud up. It's nice and tall. We did have a thunderstorm not too long ago. It was like 2 days ago, and a lot of the plants got completely blown over, which is a bummer. They're still going to bloom, but I don't think the stems are going to be usable for cut flowers because they're laying all over the ground. And it's also a bummer because one of the things I love about agrostemma is how they sway in the breeze when they're in bloom because it's so beautiful. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with the agrostemma. Looking around at some of the other flowers, everything's looking nice and green. There's really nothing more I can say. The anemones and daisies are still in bloom, and Johnny Jabbups and pansies, nothing has changed there. Hesitantly saying, I mean, we're making some really nice progress here in the garden, and hopefully our nice weather will hold out and we won't have any more frost, hopefully. I still got about 3 weeks until my last frost date, so I'm not going to plant anything in the ground yet that isn't cold tolerant. But other than that, things are looking pretty good. The lettuces are starting to take root and get some nice new growth. The onions are looking nice. Leeks. Everything we've transplanted so far is taking root and looking really good. I'm really pleased. That's really about it for this video. Hopefully you liked it. I'm not quite sure if it was helpful, but I hope it was. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I'd absolutely love to have you. We're making new videos pretty frequently. Could be about gardening or a DIY project. There really is no telling what I'm going to make a video about next. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.